comes from urban vinyl. I don't know if you're familiar with the urban vinyl movement, but there are all these toys that you can get in the store, and a lot of artists actually paint them. And so what we have here is one that was especially designed just for BlizzCon. Well, the thing is, he's all tied in there.
I'll figure it out here while you talk.
You can see that.
We got to see the noob. How do you get the noob? Now, I heard there were 3 artists at Blizzard.
Sure, with print noobs that are designed exactly or specifically by Blizzard artists. And then what we did is they had a big competition, and then the 3 people their toys were sent off to a toy company and they were reproduced. So it's a big honor for the artists.
So that's the Blizzard noob. That's going to be all over eBay. I'm sure that's very exciting, and people are going to get to play with. You know, in past sometimes in the bag.
There
is there one again?
No beta code this year.
All right.
This year it's just a pet card. So there is a little Murloc and a marine suit, and it's called Grunty. So it's definitely homage to everything StarCraft this year.
Excellent. Well, speaking of the noob, we actually have a really interesting behind-the-scenes feature about how they put these together. You're going to meet Corey Jones from Blizzard and some of the artists who actually created the special noobs that are only going to be at the BlizzCon store. So let's go behind the scenes, the making of the noob at BlizzCon 2009.
One of the great things about Blizzard is that we keep a very open canvas when it comes to licensed goods. We look for the coolest, best opportunities out there and make sure we create stuff that our fans are going to really fall in love with. One of the things that we looked at recently was urban vinyl. The urban vinyl movement is a toy movement where people take a canvas essentially made out of a toy shape, and then they have artists paint different iterations on this canvas, and you get lots of really cool, very collectible toys. And we thought this would be a great thing for Blizzard, and what we did was we worked with an internal artist, who I think you're going to meet in a second, and made this form, which is the Marine from StarCraft.
Hell, it's about time.
So this became what we're calling a noob, and we're going to have other noobs too. So this is a very cool product, and to make it even cooler, what we did was we made 250 of them, and we did an internal lottery at Blizzard. And anyone who wanted to actually decorate one of these noobs could enter the lottery. If they won, they got a blank one. Then they could decorate it, and we had a contest, and we voted for the top 3. And the good news is, at BlizzCon this year, as an exclusive, you're going to have a chance to buy a version of each of those top 3 winners, and a blank one, so you can actually decorate your own. How cool is that? And now that I've told you about the noob concept, let's go and meet the winners.
I'm John Butkus, one of the...
You want prepared!
I'm one of the winners of the noob contest. We had, well, one of 3 winners. We had a contest to design and paint. We chose red. You know, I've never had a toy or anything, actually anything of mine go on the market besides the games. So I hope everybody likes it and thinks I did, you know, justice to the Warcraft guy.
I'm Oliver Chipping. I'm a 3D artist at Blizzard Entertainment, and I'm working on Diablo. Recently won a contest for Blizzard's new toy, the Noobs, and this is my noob. It's he was inspired when I was first playing World of Warcraft as a young Horde player. This is the first guy that killed me a lot of times repeatedly, so I grew. And out of that grew eventually a love and a bond between us. So some of the initial sketches I did on just a basic blank layout. I took my inspiration for this guy and just tried to apply it across a 3D object, which is a little bit of a difficult translation, but I think it pulled it off pretty nicely and got a final product out of it.
My name is Julien Lefebvre. I'm a 3D artist at Blizzard Entertainment. I'm working on Diablo 3, and I'm one of the winners of the noob contest. And this is Murloc Madness. At BlizzCon, the blank version will be available too, so people will be able to buy those ones or the blank one and try themselves nice design and share it with the rest of the community of Blizzard fans, for sure.
So before you go, I wanted to show you one more thing. One of the great things about BlizzCon is the goodie bag. Everyone loves the goodie bag. And this year we've done something a little different. We've actually created a very cool, that's going to be the Rainer Noob. Now the only way to get the Rainer winner noob is going to be to actually have attended BlizzCon. So this is hyper exclusive, and you can see we've included the BlizzCon logo on his armor. We've got a little WoW call out, a little Diablo 3 call out. So it really does bring all of our Blizzard brands together into one really super cool collectible. We're very excited about this, and I think everyone at the show is going to love it. And that's about it. So why don't we get back to BlizzCon 2009?
All right, and that was the story of the noobs, and I finally got that out of the package there.
Yeah.
There's the brand new noob that people will be able to get here at BlizzCon. But if you guys are not here at BlizzCon, you're watching at home, people are still going to get something special, right, Kat?
They are. So everyone who's watching this at home is going to be able to get the in-game pet, which is Grunty. It's a Murloc in a marine suit. It's very cool. And of course, we're going to be on IGN. They're going to be counting down the top 10 Blizzard games. And while you're sitting at home watching the show, you can browse over there and check that out.
One other thing you guys can do on the internet is contact us via Twitter. We have a lot of guests that are coming up on the show. Mike, when he finishes with the opening ceremony, he's going to come right here to the BlizzCon DirecTV desk to answer our questions, but we also want to include you guys as part of the Blizzard community. So if you guys have questions, you can Twitter the questions to us. It's at Jeff Keighley, which is my name, at Cat Hunter, and also at the DTV. So we'll be checking Twitter. If you guys have questions for Mike, send them to us right now, and we'll be able to look them over, and we'll ask them to Mike and get your name on the show as well.
We want you to be a part of the show as well. It's not just us asking questions. We want to hear what you have to say.
Absolutely. Now, out in the field, Joe Garcia continues to traverse all over BlizzCon 2009. Joe, where are you right now?
I thought the gaming station in StarCraft was crazy. I was wrong. I'm over here in Hall A at the BlizzCon store, and there are people in line waiting to buy some of the most crazy things here. I have people from Australia that came all the way down here, and they're here to buy some stuff. What are you here to buy?
I'm here to buy the soft Murloc plush toys. You can't get them anywhere else.
And you came from where?
We came from the west coast of Australia. We came from Perth.
So they've trekked it pretty far to get some stuff. What are you guys here to buy?
T-shirt,
T-shirt here.
couple steins, maybe some books, some noobs. Look pretty cool.
You got to get all three of them and the blank
All
one.
of them, all of them.
But we have to check it out. There's some crazy stuff in the case. We have the poker set, which is supposed to be the hot item. We also have the art book, which is the new art for World of Warcraft. So a lot of people are anticipating a purchase on that. And then for the contest that you guys had for the noobs, we have the 3 noobs available here for purchase, also the blank one. So we have a lot of people ready and revved up. They have their order forms in their hand. They're limited to 5 per item. So they're ready to go shop in the BlizzCon store. They'll wait here all day. Back to you guys at the desk.
All right, well, that looks pretty fun over there, and I'm sure there's a huge line because these things sell out pretty quickly, right?
So I don't know if you realize this, but the products that are sold in the store are only available to people at BlizzCon, and there's months and months of preparation that are spent simply to have items in that store. It's 1,100 square feet in the back of that.
Wow. And how many items are going to be in the store? Do you have
I believe they have around 60 different items in the store this year, and you're only going to be able to buy them at BlizzCon. So it's a really exciting part of the BlizzCon experience.
All right, well, people are going to be picking up those items. You'll probably be able to find them on eBay if you want to, although I guess a lot of people will probably hold on to these things because they mean a lot to these Blizzard fans.
They'll hold on to them, but check eBay in a couple hours. You'll see it. Don't worry.
People always trying to make a quick buck. Well, we're just less than 5 minutes away now from the opening ceremony with Mike Morheim, who's going to be on stage. Now, we talked a little bit before about what to expect. You know, there's rumors, obviously, of a brand new World of Warcraft expansion pack. Cataclysm is a term that Blizzard tried to trademark about a month ago. That leaked out online. People are wondering what that might be, so hopefully we'll hear news on that.
We will.
StarCraft 2, not expecting a lot of news because there were a lot of single-player previews that just came out last week online. There was a new cinematic, new footage. But one thing I think a lot of fans are wondering about is the beta of StarCraft 2. The game was originally scheduled to come out this holiday season. On August 5th on the Activision earnings call, they announced the game was not going to come out this year. It's going to be delayed until 2010.
And the beta was already supposed to be out by now, so we're wondering where it is.
We're going to have to ask. If Mike doesn't address in the opening ceremonies, he's going to have to sit right over there afterwards and tell us what the deal is with StarCraft 2.
We'll find out.
And I think there are some StarCraft 2 announcements that may happen tomorrow. Little Bird told me you might want to stay tuned. There may be some surprises tomorrow on the StarCraft 2 lore panel. All right. So folks may want to tune in for that. Absolutely, we'll have that uninterrupted on DirecTV. Now, finally, Diablo 3. Let's talk a bit about that. It is playable here at Gamescom in Germany. They showed a brand new desert stage. There was a lot of talk online about that. Right. One question that I think a lot of people have is, what is the new class going to be? Are they going to reveal a new class here at BlizzCon? What do you think?
It's absolutely a new class. That's been their pattern over the last few years. That's what we're here to see. It's just a matter of who it's going to be.
Any predictions? What do you think?
You know, we had a really cool class last year that was more magical in nature.
Right.
So this year, I think it's going to be more strength-based or maybe more speed-based. We'll see.
We'll have to see. It could all go down in moments here, Kat, on DirecTV. So we'll have big announcements on all 3 of those games. And there are also 1,700 computers that are throughout the halls of BlizzCon here for people to